Okay, so this will be probably attempt number 3 now of trying to get this going. So welcome everybody. Today I will try to show you how you can bypass the Google verification on Samsung M23. Now in the description you'll find a link to our website, and disregard the fact that this is M52. The process is exactly the same. And what's also going to be exactly the same is the struggle that you'll go through to actually get this going. So I'm right now gonna just go over the everything that can go possibly wrong, just so you can try to prevent it. And once you actually get going with this, everything can go buttery smooth, hopefully. I truly hope that it will, because I am losing my my sanity here. So let's knock out a couple of things. Number one, Windows Defender is absolute shit, and it will start removing everything that you try to download. There we go, there's one folder where it removed the exe, even though it was disabled. By the way, if you disable the real-time threat protection, it will re-enable whenever you interact with the damn pop-up right here, because effing reasons. Let me quickly go into that. So we're gonna go into the settings to deal with that atrocity. We're gonna go into update and security. We're gonna go to Windows security, or was it, where the heck is it? Let's see. There we go. So just select the virus and threat protection, and in here, gonna go into virus and threat protection, manage settings. And oh my god, it's enabled again, even though I didn't actually click on anything. Effing-tastic. So you just want to keep on turning that that absolute trash off, because without this it won't work. And on top of that, if you want to be really autistic about it, which I highly recommend, you can add, for instance, the entire downloads folder to be excluded from basically Windows sticking their chubby little grubby fingers into your business, because they have a zero effing business in your downloads folder. So let's see, this is also done through here somehow. Allow threads, no. Let's see. Okay, so I think it's right here. No. Exclusions, yep, there we go. So we can find this in exclusions, right at the bottom. So simply add an exclusion and select the folder, as I have one right here, downloads. This will completely, even when the trash defender gets enabled again right here, like it always does for some stupid reason, because why give you a toggle that actually turns something off when it will just turn on again whenever you do something that it never disclaims that it will re-enable it. Once that turns on, you can just show in return a middle finger to Windows, because it should abide by the exclusions anyway, and leave that folder alone. So that is something that I recommend doing. So that's problem number 1 that you will encounter. Problem number 2 is Windows drivers. So I have my phone plugged in, as you can see right here. So let's go quickly over the things. So right here, you will need to download the special Samsung drivers. These are not special, they're just Samsung drivers. There's nothing special about them. And what will happen is once you install them, Windows will basically go like, nah, I don't think so. I don't like these drivers. I'm just gonna use my own. That's basically what Windows does. So to deal with that stupidity, you're gonna navigate into the device manager. Then you will need to find the device, your device, and if everything works, which is highly improbable, you will find your device in portable devices under the exact name, which is Galaxy M23. If you see this like I do, fantastic, everything works. You don't need to change anything, right? But the high chances is you won't see this folder right here with portable devices. And your device won't be named Galaxy M23. It will be something Samsung device or something like that, along those lines, a generic Samsung device. I don't exactly remember what Windows names it at, but it's not recognizing it correctly. It doesn't know what DEM model you have, which basically won't allow you to proceed further with the bypass. So you'll need to find it somewhere in the list, because it's not going to be in here. I believe it might be in the ports right here, show up under like I mentioned, Samsung device or something like that. But once you locate it somewhere in here, let's assume that this is the wrong one, right? Even though it is the right one. So let's assume that this is it. You will right click on it, go to properties, then drivers, and then uninstall device. What will happen is this will remove the drivers. I think it should be called uninstall drivers, not device. So I'm not sure why it's like that. Hopefully maybe from the other one it will show you drivers. But basically you're looking to uninstall drivers. That's basically all you need to do. Once you uninstall the garbage, absolutely abhorrent Windows drivers that are just automatically installing without you allowing it, and when you even remove them, don't worry, a week from now you're gonna get them back. So that's another fantastic feature of Windows. So yeah, if you're planning to repeat this process sometimes in the future, just keep remembering that you will need to again remove the shit Windows drivers, because why wouldn't your personal computer's experience be personal when Windows can put their fingers into it? So, and now that we sorted those two annoyances, we will need to sort another one, which this time around it won't be from Samsung. Now, the next one will be from just some garbage developer. And if it seems like I'm really agitated by all this, it's because I am. This is the most annoying bypass that you can possibly encounter from any kind of manufacturer. So yeah. So I'm kind of going off right here because I've had to deal with this for some time now. So yeah, number one, to actually continue with the bypass, you will need another Samsung device. That is a requirement. And the reason you need that is just for the simplest, most stupidest thing ever, which is create an account for a Alliance Shield X application, which is working, but it's also a data gathering app. So there we go, another thing that I get to hate about. So now I wouldn't really mind if it's just a data gathering app, if it does what it needs to and whatever, right? But here comes the caveat to this absolute abhorrent garbage, is you need to provide an email address that you have to verify. And right now, probably some of you are thinking, oh, I'm just gonna use temp mail, right? As any sane person would that lives on the internet. Yeah, I don't recommend that, because you're gonna get an IP banned for spamming. The app that shouldn't have any effing business on the internet bans you for spamming because you're trying to change something on your phone that requires you to create an account for the effing app so you can access these settings. Mind-boggling. So, now that we got all the problems out of the way, we can actually begin the process. Now, at this, I consider this to be a necessity, letting you know what you need to do and what kind of annoyances you will encounter, and also how to solve them, just so everybody can go through the process as smooth as I would hope you can. So, to actually get started now, we're gonna download the couple links that we have right here, which I already did download, so that's I don't need to do that. But drivers, hopefully you have already installed them and managed with the Windows auto drivers. So if for you it's obviously showing right here your device, Galaxy M23, good, you can proceed further, which is the Samsung FRP bypass tool. So for this one, I obviously once you download it, you want to extract it with the hopes that Windows won't remove it. I have it right here, and this is the extraction, right? So I'm just going to double click it, and you should see your exe file. If a pop-up shows up right here, do not click on it. Just completely ignore it. That's apparently what you need to do here. And all you need to do from here is run this as admin. There we go. Have your device connected. And let me make sure, because I am doing this for the first time right here. So we're gonna we're gonna connect to Wi-Fi, obviously. So on your phone you need to be connected to Wi-Fi, which you can see I am. And from there we can proceed further to, we have that, okay, we already done that. Download and unpack, done that, open, yep. And now we can then, and the FRP bypass tool window, tap on disable a driver signature. Okay, so in here, we're gonna select disable driver signature right here. Oop. And we get that we need to restart our PC. So I'm gonna reboot my PC because I just need to, right? And once I have done so, I'm gonna just continue recording. So see you in like, well, for you, about a second. Okay, now that my computer is back on and I can continue this process, let me just close this. Yep. There we go. So we're right now somewhere like right here. So when you launch the program again, it shows us, I don't even know if you can see this, the camera is right, or the view of this is in the corner. But when you plug in your device, you should see in the corner that your device has been detected, right? Now in the guide, it has it written that wait until the driver install successful. Just basically wait for the drivers to install. You might misunderstand this for when you plug in your device. Wait for this to install it, right? As a normal sane person would consider when it's a step-by-step guide, right? Where it tells you to open the software and then rely on the software. It's not referring to that. It's referring to apparently Windows drivers for them to detect it, which they have. So from here, you want to select Install Alliance Shield X app and then select Bypass FRP. Now before you do so, before you press that button, make sure that your screen is lit up. Click on it. And there we go. And it gives us the pop-up. So at this point, we're done with, I believe, this. So I'm gonna, actually, now I'm gonna close it because it's gonna now freeze up, or not. Okay. So on our phone, let's select View. Actually, we don't need to select the Agree. Continue. Guess we're gonna select Install. And in here you wanna log in with your Samsung account. So I'm gonna do so right now. Okay, so I have successfully logged in with my Samsung account. Now, just to put that out there, this is not a process where you verify anything. This is just simply logging into Samsung Store so you can download apps from it. That's basically what it is. Okay, this is optional and optional, so let's just select Agree. And want a fast nope, cancel. Okay, so as you can see, it's now installing once we logged in, which is fine. And in here we're gonna select Open, Next, 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 got it. And there is our login screen. That is the time where we need to have our secondary Samsung device so we can log into this abhorrent application. There is, I believe, zero reason for us to need to log into this, because what it gives us access to is just our phone's processes in the background. What we need access to is strictly on our phone. There is no need for this application to connect to internet, and there is no need for it to really require login page. But it does. So once you create your account on another Samsung device, you could, if you don't have one, you could maybe try to use some kind of like emulator on your computer that emulates a Samsung device specifically, with the hopes that you can download it on that emulator and do what you need to do, because that's the only way you can create an account. But once you've created it, you can then log into this application. So let me quickly check what my login here is, because I don't remember. There we go. I'm gonna quickly log into it. Yep, so anyway, I'm gonna log in right now, and there we go. This brings us to the next page, which is this right over here. Name your device, ignore this, doesn't really matter. Device setup, device admin, make sure you enable this. Activate, go to the next page, Knox, activate, continue, next page, finish. This will provide you with this overlay right here, and make sure that the two things right here at the bottom, root and Knox, are enabled. These are required. And from here, once you have those two enabled, we can proceed by going into App Manager. And we're looking for, let me quickly check, device name, no. Okay, so we're looking for service mode, as you can see right here. So we can simply search for it. And there we go. Once I typed in service M, it shows up as a service mode option right here. Click on it. Then you want to navigate into activities right at the top. And in here in the activities, we're looking for this specific activity name. Now I can tell you right now, before you start like going through them, just flick all the way down, and it's like a third one from the bottom, I think. USB settings. Yep, it's a third one from the bottom. All you really need to do is look for the ending of it, which is USB settings. Everything else should be the same. From here, click on this and select, what is it, open. And in here you want to select the MTP plus ADB, like so. And wait, actually, oh no, my bad, we're actually selecting something else now. I'm basing this on previous ones that I've done, but we need to select something else here. So DM mode and then ADB. So modem ADB, there we go. So this one. Okay, doesn't matter, service mode, I don't really need it. So now that we got this going, we can proceed further. This enable for Samsung, connect Samsung Galaxy to the computer until the device is installed ended. Okay, so we are now going back to the application, this one. And we're selecting, where is it? Reset FRP ADB. So this button, click on it. Device not found, fantastic. Okay, and there we go. For some reason I guess it crashed before, so let's try it again. Come on. Try again. Okay, there is one little problem, which I do know shouldn't be really happening. Try it here, maybe. Great, another problem. There we go, that's what we're looking for. For some reason it didn't want to show up. So let's select allow right here. Usually this shows up again. Let's try it again, I guess. Allow. There we go. Okay, so as you can see, it just went through. We can see that it is now rebooting the device on its own, so there we go, that's good. So we're almost done with this process. I'm gonna disconnect the cable. It's not actually needed. And as you can see, we are on the home screen now. This actually went smoother than it normally does from when I done this on a different Samsungs. So I'll mention I done this on a different Samsungs, but different method that it used to work. But I can see from the little step right here that what you might experience instead of seeing immediately your home screen is you'll have a black screen, you'll have only the back arrow, and it might be like glitching or looking weirdly, trying to swipe across whatever it's trying to do. Just leave it for a moment. It's gonna just do whatever it's doing in the background, and after hopefully like a half a minute you should see your home screen. If you don't, then just repeat the step 42 to 44, which is connected to the computer, run the program, and select the the reset FRP basically, and it should do the installation again and reboot the device again, and hopefully then you'll see your home screen. So once you see your home screen, you're going to navigate into your settings, and then you're going to scroll down all the way to general management, then reset, factory data reset. And as you can see, we have two accounts in here. These are the ones that I have logged in with. These are not the accounts that were blocking us. They are still on the phone somewhere. It's just not being shown right here as it normally does, but just disregard these ones. You should have different ones. You should have your accounts that you use for like the Samsung Galaxy store. So anyway, select reset, delete all. As you can see, you need to verify the account right here. So obviously log in with your Samsung account. That's what it's asking you right here. It's the same account that you used to sign into your Galaxy store. And once you confirm it, the device will factory reset. Now, I'll be honest, I'm not going to go over this on the video. The video is already quite long. And what this does is basically removes the Google account and PIN, pattern, password, whatever was said before on this phone. So it's being completely removed. The device is then resetted and you're back in the setup screen with the phone being fully unlocked. So you can go through the setup from there however you like. And basically that finishes up the setup or the bypass. So actually we do have something else here. So you know what, I'm gonna reset it just because it looks a little wonky yet still. Incorrect password, let's try again. There we go. So right now I'm gonna go through, basically I'm gonna go through it actually on a video just because this worked a little bit differently than what I'm used to. Normally I could press the home button and it would go to home, but here, as you've seen, when I tried to press home, it gave me two options to go to Setup Wizard or something else. Obviously you don't want to go to Setup Wizard, so I'm gonna go through the factory reset just to see if everything is actually okay. But if it is, if you went through the setup or the reset already and you set up your device, then that means that everything worked. So this is more of a precaution just to be sure that everything works. Okay, so let's just jump through the setup really quickly. Now, as you can see, I just skipped Wi-Fi connection. When the device is locked, skipping that is not an option, so that's already a great sign. And there we go, we are now, we should be taken to home screen, there we go. So, as you can see, the bypass works. It's not the most user-friendly, not the easiest thing to do. To be completely honest, on the video, I don't know, I maybe spent like 30 minutes recording this, but trust me, it took me way longer than that to actually get it working. So I probably spent several hours trying to get this work off of the camera. So what you've seen just on the video is a small portion of what kind of troubles I had to go through to get this working. I did try to show you every possible way, everything that can go wrong with this. So hopefully everything I said did help you out with the process. And even the things that, even all the things that I mentioned and tried to like troubleshoot, I did encounter myself multiple times throughout recording, and I had to like change it up. And last things last, there are a couple things that happened that were a little bit unforeseen. For instance, when we what was it, enabled the ADB is DM mode EM ADB thing, Windows should automatically install the drivers for it, and we should have gotten that pop-up immediately to allow access for a computer to access the phone. We did not. I needed to go through this twice to basically get back there and somehow re-enable it again just so I can get that pop-up shown up. It is something that shouldn't actually happen, but it did. So hopefully you've seen what I did on the video when I actually tried to troubleshoot this live, but at the end it did work. So anyway, so to finish this off, as you've seen, process works, and that is how you could bypass your Google verification on this phone. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.